Hello there, boys and girls. It's Fog. Welcome back to Fog's World. This is episode 24, and let's get back to work on our enderman farm, shall we? Very few changes here. I put in our ender chest, and I completed this rail line, and that's really the only thing I've done. Now, the next step is we need to build our drop chute. And the drop chute needs to be exactly 42 blocks high, starting with this block here. And since we've already placed 2 blocks and 1 ladder, it only makes sense that I'm going to count that by keeping track of how many ladders I have left to place. So when I run out of ladders, I will be 42 blocks above the floor here. But before we do, we have to get going here, and we start right here. Now, the drop chute is going to be lined with half slabs, just like these. We're going to do rings of half slabs all the way around this here. I need to be real careful not fall off the edge here. That could be disastrous. So it will be lined with rings of half slabs, just like that. And there will be a ladder that runs all the way up to the very top, so we can go up and down as we work. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to prevent endermen from teleporting onto the roof here. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to coat it with water. And it makes sense to do that right away, because the sooner we do it, the more likely we'll have something to land on should we fall. So this is a little bit of overkill. I could probably get away with doing infinite springs between these. Well, not probably. I definitely could. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and overdo it just a little bit. Whoops. Oh, I really didn't want to do that. And I don't have my... Do I have unbreaking? I don't have my silk touch. Do I have silk touch at all? Oh, oversight. Well, you know what? I'm not sure how much I care. Maybe I don't care. You know, it's going to turn... Now, it doesn't really matter. It would turn into an infinite spring there anyway, so I'm not going to bother with it. Now, I don't need to worry about water coming through here because I've got a ladder there, so no worries there. And I think I will go ahead and do every other one here because I'm going to run out of ice if I'm not careful. And I don't want to run out of ice. Here we go. We should be good. We should be able to start breaking these. Break from the outer corners like this, because that'll give me something to stand on as I work my way back. Now let me make sure I really am going to get an infinite spring in the middle there. Yep, I did. I thought I would. Good. Very good. And we'll just keep working like this all the way around the whole thing. Now, I'm sure I could have optimized how much ice I put here a little better than I did. But I was more worried about getting it right than about getting it optimal. So you can see there the water won't go down there because the ladder's there. And having these half slabs here prevent the water from flowing back into our killing floor. There we go. So we are now completely coated. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It's pretty cool looking, actually. Get this nice blue curtain around everything. Pretty neat, I think. Gives a really nice effect. and let's get busy. Now, each of these rings needs to be built every other level up. So we skip one, and we go here, and that's going to give us a gap in between these that is too narrow for the enderman to spawn in. Or not spawn, it's not spawning that I'm worried about, but stand in. So that goes right there. Actually, no, it doesn't. That goes up higher. This is going to go right there. And so the player can walk underneath it, but the enderman cannot. Have to be careful not to let it wash over the side there. I have to be careful not to let myself wash over the side as well. Although there is a certain safety net because I can swim back up that current if I have to. Subsequent levels should be just a little bit easier because I don't have to worry about stepping in this current. So let's go 1 and 2 and over onto the platform and around we go again. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I, again? Oh, I put this in the wrong spot. Oh! Alright, now I want to rethink this decision here. Okay, I'm back. I've figured out what I was doing wrong. I need to skip 2 blocks and place on that block there. That's where I want it to go, because I want it to be a bottom slab. And I do want the player to be able to stand under it like this, the enderman won't be able to, but I will. And that's what we're after. There we go. So skip 2 full blocks, place a block. And that's the pattern. We just repeat this until we're out of blocks. Yep, we have gotten high enough now that they're going to begin spawning down there. And we'll just have to be careful not to look at the little boogers. Alright, here we are 42 levels above the ground. At this level, we build one more up, and then we build a ring around, and this ring is going to be the bottom of the spawning layer. We're running low. We're going to have to go back down for more materials in a minute anyway. I don't have what I need to complete this layer. But this is what it looks like. Woo! Get out of there before they kill me. The little boogers are mad at me. Hey, behave yourselves. Unfortunately, we're going to have guys spawning up at the top, too, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful about that now. Okay, I need a bunch more smooth stone. I'm going to need a bunch more of these over here. I need a stack of buttons, and here I need these vines and these buttons. And that should be enough to get us started again. No, one thing I did forget, I'm going to need much more ladders. Where are the rest of my ladders? We're going to need to make a bunch more here at some point. Oh, here. No, we've got a bunch more. They just weren't in that area. Okay, up we go. And we will have to be careful to avoid angering the enderman up here, because that could be a truly nasty problem if we're not careful. Need to be very careful here. If they're mad at us, we'll have problems. Ladder on the bar. Gonna need some more blocks on the bar. Yeah, you guys go ahead and jump. I'm fine with that. Alright, we need to be prepared to get out of here if they start getting mad at us. Don't be angry, but you're gonna go be pushed. As are you. Come on. Yeah, and you. Yeah, go on. There you go. Push him in there. Yeah. How about you? You want to go for a ride? Yeah, I knew you did. To be real careful not to get them mad at us, though. Okay. We can breathe a little easier now. Okay, we coat this with buttons. The purpose of the buttons is to prevent the vines from growing that we're going to place above the buttons. What we're going to do is we're going to use vines as brakes to stop the downward motion of falling endermen. That way we can make sure that they fall exactly the distance we need them to fall down to that floor down there. We're going to put 3 levels of vines above these. Triple check that. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I'm pretty darn sure it's 3. Actually, I know it's 3, but never hurts to be very, very careful and check it again and again. So it's 1, and that's 2, and there will be another level above that in 1 minute. 3. So this is where our vines are going on these levels here. Now the way this works is these vines act to slow the downward motion of the falling enderman, and they also reset the fall distance count. Fall damage in Minecraft can be calculated by the number of blocks traveled minus 3. So the number of blocks you fall subtracted by 3. So since we're 42 levels above the ground here at the bottom of the vines, when it begins accumulating fall damage again, the enderman will travel 42 blocks to the ground. Subtract 3, that takes 39 blocks of fall damage, which 39 points of fall damage, which is exactly 1 point less than its 40 hit points. And that is why that's the butter zone. That's where we want to get them. Now, the reason I'm building 3 vines high instead of just 1 is that the endermen fall fast enough that if you only put 1 level of vines, you may not actually catch them in the vines. They will occasionally fall right past them. So in order to make sure that they actually do get caught in the vines, I've found from experimentation that 3 levels of vines is kind of the sweet spot there. Any less than that and you run the risk of not catching them all. You also need to space them 2 apart like this because if you only do them 1 apart, they'll bind up on each other. And if you do them 2 apart like this, then that doesn't happen. They have plenty of room to fall. It's still narrow enough that they're always going through a block that has a vine in it, but it's far enough apart that they don't get caught on the vines or on each other. All right, now as just a way to make things a little easier to work with and keep things looking attractive, we are going to place half slabs all around this edge here, right here. This is mostly aesthetic reasons. It does also make it a little bit easier to place some of the blocks that we'll have to place here in a minute. There we go. We have this nice ring around the whole thing, and this is a motif that we're going to carry all the way up. Now, instead of ender pearling down this time, I think I'm just going to go down the ladder. I got them mad last time because I hit them with my ender pearl, So I'll be more conservative this time. This time, unless I've stared at them, they shouldn't be mad at me. I mean, it should be okay for me to just walk right through them. As long as I don't look at them. Okay, don't need you anymore. I do, however, need some redstone and some pistons and lots of string and some hooks. And we should be ready to start work on our first killing floor. Let's go do it. And once again, we're going to have to push off a bunch of endermen. Lucky us. Oh no, they didn't spawn up here. How interesting. They must have stepped off onto the vines. That rather surprises me. Okay, so the way this is going to work is we're going to put a row of pistons right back here. We're going to surround this on either side with tripwires. And when endermen spawn, they will spawn in the tripwires, which will trigger the pistons, which will push them over the edge into the vines, and down they go. You might ask, well, why don't we just use pressure plates and repeaters to push them off? That's a perfectly valid way to do it. This way is going to be a little bit cheaper. Fewer resources expended. You might think that it'll be a problem having all the pistons pushing together as a unit, but in reality that isn't a problem at all, because when mobs spawn, they spawn in packs, and they spawn at the identical time. So what that means is, oops, I don't want you there. I'm going to go over here to make sure I don't drop it. Got it. What that means is that when the mobs spawn, they will all fall. They'll all spawn on the shelf at exactly the same time. And then the pistons will push them all off at once. So although it might appear to be a bit of a problem to have the pistons extended when mobs are spawning, it really isn't, because they won't be. So that's our bottom layer. We need to build the next layer up. And the next layer up, beginning right here, is where we're going to put all of our tripwires. And we start here and we go over, let's see, this is just a ring around here, unless I'm mistaken. After we get this first level done, we should be ready to actually test it out at this point. So let's go ahead and we're going to put our hooks in, and this hook goes there. We need to put a bunch of string in there. This is where it gets a little tricky because it's hard to place all this string. It's kind of hard to see it. Luckily, I used a really bright stone in this sandstone, so it makes it really easy to see the string. Ordinarily, that... Okay, well, we haven't hooked it up yet, so I can come down and get it. It'll fall down, but I don't care. Yeah, placing the string is a bit of a pain in the neck. Sometimes it's a little hard to hit those hitboxes just right. We need you there, and a string there, and some string there, and pretty soon. Okay, so we should be hooked up now. And we haven't run any redstone yet, so nothing will get pushed yet. All right, that's the last time I'll be able to safely walk through that string, because now it's time to place the redstone. This just comes right around to here. And then we start here and do the same here. Just like that. Now, to keep mobs from spawning over these, what we're going to do is place half slabs right above the hooks here, right there, right across like this. We'll do the same on the other side. And I will demonstrate here how this works. I'll keep an ender pearl handy just in case, but I should be fine. When I step on that, when I break that tripwire, that piston should push me into the vines, provided it doesn't come out before I reach the block there. But here, I'll do it this way. Imagine, get on there. Okay, imagine I'm an enderman and I spawn right in that space right there. Then it pushes me out onto the vines. Now, I'm holding shift, that's why I'm not falling down. This actually makes a nice safety break. While I'm working up above, if I fall, I can hold shift and land on these vines and take no damage whatsoever. Having a ladder here gives me a nice, easy way to get out. Okay, so the next step is to go up one more level and to coat this with slabs. Right here, and I don't have a ladder handy. Give me a ladder, please. I'm carrying too many things, really. Let's see, I don't really want to do that. I'll put you there. I don't need the food on it right now. And we're going to go up another one right here, and this is where we're going to place our next row of slabs, right here. And this will prevent things from spawning where we don't want them to. Whoops, shoot, I went one too many. I lost it. Grr. And now we have one layer of our spawn area completed. When I'm done, there will be 20 of these, and that will take me to just short of 128 blocks away from that killing floor. Putting more than 20 levels here is a waste, because it's not possible for endermen to spawn any higher than that. And just in order to keep them from spawning here, for now, I will put a half slab there. So this is our killing floor right here. I think I looked at one of these guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I got a couple of guys down there mad at me. Oh well. All right, well, we should have enough completed here with this one level that we can test it out and see if it actually works. So let's go down. Yep, he's mad at me. I better not stand in that hole because they can spawn there. Okay, we should have endermen falling at this point. I'm pretty sure I saw a few. Yep, there we go. You see, with the floor down, it's just far enough that they're going to die on impact. If I raise the floor, though, they should survive and be one-hit kills. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. And we can even stand under here and watch them fall. Yep. See, there you go. Now, when this is completed, as I said, it will be 20 floors tall. There'll be 20 spawning layers. And 20 spawning layers means that you can pretty much sit here on this edge and kill endermen like this as fast as you can spam that key. And doing that will get you up to level 30 in about 30 seconds to a minute, somewhere in that range. We'll test it out when we get it complete. But yeah, it's very, very efficient, very quick. Getting up to level 30 with this is insanely quick. So let me get back up on top, and I will finish the other 20 layers, and that's going to take a while. And I will see you when I'm done. Oh, hey, there you are. You're just in time. I'm just getting ready to finish off the final level here. I've already done 19. I got one more to go. In case you're wondering, I can tell that I only have one more level to go because before I started, I counted out exactly the right number of hooks. And I've been carrying around the complete set of hooks, 4 to a level. So I started with 80 hooks, and I'm down to just 4 left. And that's how I know. I also have exactly 32 pistons left, so that's kind of a giveaway as well. But I've been using hooks to count just to make sure. You can also tell by, if I stand right here, I can look all the way down there. I can see that level right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and this makes 20. So that's how I can tell. And we'll put down our pistons here, 16 on this side. 18, 17, and that makes 16 there. And we'll come over here, and we have 1, 2, 3. Don't even really need to count these because I started with 16. So when we get to 0, we're done. And our last piston right there. Now we need to go up another 2 here. Whoop. Build this guy out. Uh-oh. Come back here, you. I haven't lost too many resources, and I haven't fallen off yet either, which kind of surprises me. I was pretty sure I'd have fallen off at least once, but I didn't. I've managed to keep my footing for the entire process, which is a good thing because that's a mighty long fall. It would kill me for sure if I weren't always prepared with ender pearls on my bar. I figure if I am really quick with the ender pearls, I should have been able to save myself by ender pearling into the machine. But I'd really rather not have to because no guarantees. That's a mighty risky proposition. So we got that lid there. We come over here, we put 16 tripwire here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holding shift all the time because whenever I go sideways like that and I'm not really looking where I'm going, I'm always afraid I'll step off by mistake. So I always hold shift when I do that maneuver there. It also makes it easier to get them on there. I'm targeting the block there, which makes it easier to place. It's so much easier to target the block than it is to try and target this smaller hitbox on the adjacent string. Okay, that's all for the tripwire. And now our last redstone. The last bit of redstone to hook up the final level of pistons. And you and whoop, oh, I keep doing that. Yeah, we'll walk around. I could ender pearl over there, but this is probably just as easy. That is the problem when you're working with slabs, is that if you're not careful, you end up combining them. And once you've combined 2 slabs, they become a full block, and there's no way to separate the little guys without breaking them both. A little annoying. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Now, technically, I could be done right here. Just put a slab right there, and I'm done. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another layer of slabs over the top here. I'm going to leave a lookout window right here so that I can look down, because I think that's kind of cool. But I'm going to go ahead and add a few more slabs here just to pretty up the top. These are not necessary. I am using half slabs, of course, because I don't want them to spawn up here. Although this level that we're standing on right now is, I believe, just barely more than 128 blocks from the bottom. If it isn't over, it's very nearly over. So, which is why, of course, we stopped at 20 levels and didn't go higher, because if we were to go any higher, it would be a complete and utter waste. All right, well, there we go. That is the completed machine. You can look down here and you can watch these little guys spawning in there and being pushed to their deaths. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. All right, let's go down and see what it looks like from the bottom. Oh, I'm excited. Boom. Oh, listen to that sound. That's a little loud. All right, let's kill off these guys before we raise the roof. I need to get my bar rearranged here. I don't need these guys on the bar anymore. All right, let's kill them. Die. Look at all the ender pearls we've got down there already. That's just from having them fall to their deaths. And this last guy. These guys are at full health because they spawned down here. They didn't spawn up in the machine. Now let's go clear out some ender pearls. Oh, wow. Yeah, we collected a few ender pearls there. And as you can tell, I've also picked up a few while I've been building the machine. I've had to come down for supplies a few times, and every time I come down for supplies, it's more ender pearls for me. Put these guys down here. I'm going to consolidate everything in one chest that isn't needed. That isn't ender pearls. Anything other than ender pearls goes in that chest. Alright, well, as you can see, we've already collected quite a few of these guys. And they're falling pretty quickly. Now, if we raise the floor, and we will quickly start collecting these guys. You only have to wait a few seconds, and next thing you know, you're full up with these guys. And then you just stand over here and punch them. Now, as soon as I get to 30, we'll stop, we'll enchant something, and then we'll time how long it takes to get from 0 to 30 with this guy. Now, it is safe to stand in them, provided you don't look at them. And you can even stand in here and punch them, although you want to make sure that if you punch anybody while you're standing in there, it had better be one of the guys that has spawned up in the machine. Otherwise they're going to get mad. And as long as they've spawned up in the machine, they'll all be one-hit kills, so there's no worry about getting them mad at you. I'm deliberately going a little slower than I could because I want to stop once I get to 30. Yeah, close enough. Alright, whoop, yeah, okay. Let's see. Well, let's enchant something, shall we? Let's see. Oh, it's all in this chest, that's right. What shall we enchant? That's ice. Where'd my diamond go? Oh, I'm carrying it. I'm carrying it. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's see. What do I want? I think I have another sword in here. What? I've got maybe boots. Let's do more boots. I'm getting to where I could use another feather falling. Maybe we'll get lucky here. Fire protection. Yeah, not really what I wanted. All right, well, we're at nearly 0. We'll heal up. Let's go ahead and stuff this stuff in here. Excellent. Put these guys in here. We're going to start with mostly nothing. And I will stand over here and, well, let's go and collect a little more. I want this to be a good test. Let's get just over 1, and then we'll reset it on something silly. Okay, we're just over 1. We'll we'll enchant a level 1 shovel or something here, just to make this test as good as possible here. Not that I want a level 1 shovel, but I'm going to need some torches to bring those down to where I can get a level 1 shovel. That should enable me to get a level 1 shovel. Yep. Efficiency and Unbreaking 1. That's not bad. Okay, that's a pretty good level 1 enchant. Wasn't really expecting that. And you can go there. And yeah, let's see. We got to put you guys away. And we are ready to start the experiment. All right, guys, get ready with the clock. Let's see how fast we can get to level 30 with this thing. Look how many guys there are here already. Ready? And ready, go. Yeah, I'm killing them faster than I can absorb the orbs here. I'll walk through the middle here and gotta be careful not to punch that switch. I think somebody might have gotten angry with me at some point. And stop. All right, we are now at level 30. Well, 31 actually. And let me go take a look at the clock. All right, I looked at the tape and it looks like we came in at 59 seconds. So that's under a minute. Not bad. And given the rate at which I was absorbing those energy orbs, I don't think you can do it faster than that with endermen. I was killing them faster than I could absorb the orbs, and I was absorbing the orbs just as fast as I could. So I think that is probably as fast as it is possible to do. Now, you could do better with the blaze farm. If you waited long enough for the blazes to accumulate to where you had about 100 blaze, and then you kill them all at once, you will absorb those orbs a little faster because each of those orbs will be larger. However, oh, and of course there's the dragon, but the dragon you only get to do that once. However, the advantage to this is ready to go almost immediately. I can go again right now. I mean, the time it's going to take me, well, by now I'm sure it's maxed out. Let's bring up F3. Yeah, you can see our entity count in the world is over 82. At that point, no more endermen will spawn. So we've already spawned the maximum number of endermen that the spawning engine will generate. And that only takes seconds to get there. So what that means is this is ready to go almost instantaneously. You don't have to wait between enchants. And the time it takes you to enchant something else, like let's do another set of boots, because I really do want those. I do want new feather falling boots, given how often I'm high above the ground. What do we got? Hey, look at that. Feather falling. That's exactly what I wanted. I'd rather had regular protection than projectile protection, but I'll take it. So, yeah, and we also got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nearly 6 stacks of ender pearls with just one round from 0 to 30. So, yeah, as soon as you can enchant something, this is ready to go again. I'm pretty much killing endermen just as fast as I can. Occasionally, like right there, for some reason I managed to get ahead of them, but that's pretty rare. You have to really work at it to get ahead of them. So yeah, you could maybe make this slightly more efficient by going a little bit wider than 16 blocks. Maybe go up to 24 instead of 16, and then at there I'm sure you would really max it out. But this is certainly close enough to maximum efficiency for my tastes. I'm never going to need more than this. Well, guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll place a world download in this one, because I know a lot of you will be eager to play around with our Ender Tower. Oh, wait, but before we go, I did want to do one more thing. I wanted to show you how cool this thing looks from the outside. One of the things I really like about this is that it really looks awesome. So we'll get out here a little ways, and we'll turn around. And there you go. There is our Enderman Tower. We need a good name for this. I know Etho's got his Ender. Right now I'm suffering from with a definite lack of creativity. Uh-oh, we have a problem. There we go. I'm suffering from a certain lack of creativity at the moment. I don't really have any good ideas for what to name this thing. So if anybody has any ideas, put them in the comments. I do work a few days ahead, so it'll probably be a few episodes before I see your comments. But yeah, I'd love to see your ideas. Anyway, thank you again for liking and subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, and we will talk to you again next time.